Oh, you don't want to be called Boo?
You can call me Boo.
I'll call you
Shit.
Big Boo.
Hey girls, it's good to see you all again. Welcome back. Today we have Ambers. Let's talk. Let's just get into it. But first, please consider liking or subscribing. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, get into it.
Oh, hello, welcome to another Let's Talk video, which I absolutely love these. I think out of my new schedule, Let's Talk is my most favorite that I do, and then weekly vlog is my second favorite. Not me playing choosy right now. But anyways, let's literally get right into it. First things first is sweet and sour. So that means I'm using a random comment generator for last week's episode, and I'm just gonna choose some random comments. Let's get into it. Cat Scratch said, who the F is responsible for teaching Pookie the word ad nauseum? I just wanna talk. I've known that word for literally ever. I just get in habits of saying the same words over and over. It's like an earworm. I don't know. It's really annoying. I get it. It even annoys me. Amber Marie 8169 said, that shirt is repulsive on you, by the way. Dress your size and age, dude. First of all,
Please stop this madness. What do you want from me? What do you want? Please!
I think I looked super cute. I love the outfit, love the shirt. I love the way it looks on me, and that is literally all that matters. Even Twinkie agrees. Liliana7797 said, that second voice message sounds suspiciously like Alexis, LMAO. Nope, wasn't Alexis, and I've also heard around the grapevine that I'm using AI for the voice messages. Literally no. I have received hundreds of voice messages on Instagram. I don't need AI, honey. And I also don't need Alexis.
Hi, Amberlynn. My name's Chris, and I'm a huge fan of yours. I really admire how you consistently stay so positive in the face of so much negativity. And truth be told, you're really cute. My question is how you think your life might have been different if you'd been put up for adoption as a young child instead of going into foster care and having your parents coming in and out of your life. I know you have a great relationship with your mother now, but do you think having had a family who loved you throughout all those difficult years would have given you a better life today? I'm an adoptee myself, and I'm forever grateful to my birth mother, whom I recently connected with, made the decision to put me up for adoption when she could not properly care for a baby. Is this something you ever think about? Thanks.
You cannot tell me that isn't AI.
Super Musical Passion 1 said, the thing about hobbies is that most people who have a ton of them have phases where they aren't interested in any of them. Literally me. That is exactly how I am. Like, I will be obsessed with a hobby, spend so much money on it, fixated on it. That's all I want to do. It's all I think about. And then one day I wake up and I don't touch it again for like a year. Juju Jupiter said, your sentence is poorly constructed. You don't have to tell me twice. I write better than I speak out loud, and I think it's because of nervousness. Addie QK7114 said, K Lady Son is taking me out. It's Kayla Dyson. Genuinely, when I was filming the video, I didn't pick up on it. When I went back and edited, I was like, girl, that says Kayla Dyson. Like, what are you doing? But I just kept it in because it was kind of funny. But yeah, anyways.
So
Now let's move on to Sip and Community. So I post a community tab every single Monday for you guys to leave questions, concerns, whatever it may be, and I'm gonna go there and answer those. Erica is not your ex. Her wife has every reason to be upset with you. Pull your head out of your shelf. Pull your head out of your shelf. First of all, no, Erica is my ex. We spoke for almost a year, and I was under the impression that every single thing that she told me was the truth. What she told me is that she was in a marriage that was only for financial reasons, and
A marriage is a marriage. You should not get in between it whatsoever.
that they were technically single. And that lie is just in the middle of a spider web of lies that Erica told me. I was under the impression that I was in a long distance relationship with someone who was actually loyal and faithful to me. But it turns out that not only were they lying to me, but Erica and her wife originally messaged me to be trolls. It was in a deceiving way. When Erica's wife finally said, I don't want you talking to her anymore, Erica still kept talking to me. Not only did she keep talking to me, but she fell in love with me. She created a future with me, and we became partners. It was a relationship based off of mental intimacy and sexual intimacy that we shared in a long distance way. So I'm saying text messages, videos, photos, phone calls, video calls. So since I have filmed this video, I have seen that a video that I sent Erica, a sexual and explicit video that only she has ever seen, is now being floated around the internet. That is revenge porn. It makes me realize that the cookie crumble cookie situation was also them. They are the ones who leaked it, and they gaslit me into believing it wasn't true. So yeah, this current revenge porn happened because I called Brittany out because she always posts me on her Instagram, and I do not understand why. I get it, you're hurt. Move on from me. Stop watching my content.
For real, like, come on. It's embarrassing at this point, ... You got cheated on with Amber?
But doing it again? You are now inciting fear, inciting harassment, and you are doing this out of malice. Be careful. I feel used. I feel lied to. I feel deceived. I feel betrayed. Erica's wife has every reason to be upset with Erica for what Erica did after the trolling stopped, which was falling in love with Amberlynn Reid and creating a relationship with her.
First, why are you talking about yourself in third person? And Britt also has a reason to be upset with you once you knew she was married. You should have left.
I also have every reason to be pissed off that someone who was my long-distance girlfriend lied to me, cheated on me, betrayed me, gave me false hope, gave me a whole false narrative for almost a year. Why are you calling Erica your ex when y'all never even met in person? And she and her wife admitted that the whole reason Erica talked to you was to troll you.
How do you fall in love with someone who was just trolling you?
First of all, the reason why I call Erica my ex-girlfriend because we were in a relationship. Long distance or not, they both count. It's 2025. A lot of people have long distance relationships. And yes, Erica and her wife admitted that they originally messaged me as a troll. It was 1 full month of Erica trolling me. Brittany finally said, stop talking to her. Erica kept talking to me for another 10 months without her wife's knowledge. I had no idea of any of this.
No idea. But then you just said she told you she was married for financial reasons. Like which one is it, Ambi?
Imagine being in a long distance relationship and later finding out that everything was not only started on a foundation of a lie, but then it continued to be a lie, not only to me, but to Erica's wife. Why did Beck clean the cloths and not you? Beck didn't clean any cloths, I can tell you that. Why is there a toilet brush in your shower? There isn't. Can you talk about the recent pic circulating of you sitting on 2 chairs at bingo? That's obviously not real because that's not true. I use 1 chair and 1 chair only. Could you please clarify your relationship with Yo Mama? I've received confirmation that his wife discovered inappropriate conversations between the 2 of you and asked him to stop talking to you. A lot of people thumbs this up and it makes me very uncomfortable.
Fortnite! Give me Fortnite! Play all? Yeah! Play all now! Hey, Fortnite timeo, grabo lutto, buildo fasto, no campetto, amigo.
Me and Yo Mama have never spoken privately, not ever. The only communications that have ever happened has been him speaking to me publicly, like through a live stream, or me mentioning him like in a YouTube video. And I'm a lesbian. He is a man. So think about that for a minute.
Going through a lot, I did reply to Dalton. He was really sweet and kind, and he was making me feel good about myself where I felt bad. He was a friend of mine, but there was some flirty stuff. And yeah, it felt weird to me, and I would engage in it a little bit, but he genuinely was so sweet, and he's super attractive. So it kind of made it like easier for me to like engage in these things. One night, I got extremely drunk, and he ended up calling me, and things went to a different level.
Is it difficult logging into 100 different accounts to give yourself all the positive comments? That is so embarrassing. Like, it's genuinely embarrassing that people actually think that just because I get a positive comment that it's from me. I have a lot of supporters out there. They're just very, very scared of publicly supporting me because when they do, they either get bashed or they get called, "Hi Amber, I know it's you." Like, I have never left myself a positive comment. Did you know that lying for other people is still considered lying? Yes, and you would do it too if you were protecting the person that you love. Why don't you show us randomly picking so we know you're not completely lying and cherry picking nice voice notes? Any voice memo that I have done and that I have heard have been nice, and it's actually genuinely surprised me probably as much as it has surprised you guys. I don't get much hate in my DMs, but sometimes I do. So I was expecting to get a lot of like hateful voice memos because I'm giving you guys the chance to just like tell me whatever. Tell me any concerns, ask me any questions, and it's all been genuinely really nice. But it makes me realize like I do have a lot of supporters, and the people who leave these comments, they're just trying to get, you know, the trendy comment, like who can get the most likes, who can say the most meanest shit. Like, I see through it all, really. How are you not more embarrassed about destroying a marriage? I feel bad about the situation because when I found out that Erica was married, which was like, I want to say 8 months into us speaking, I should have just called it quits. I regret that wholeheartedly. I regret the whole relationship, period. But I'm not the one that broke up their marriage. It was Erica.
But you were literally the other woman, ... A part of it was your fault.
How can you say your meal with 9 or 10 potatoes was only 450 calories? Just the potatoes alone were 1,000 or more. So the potatoes that I use actually come in like this pre-packaged thing where on the back of it is a label of how much is a serving. And since they're small potatoes, you get a lot of small potatoes for a serving. Potatoes are very low in calories. They're high in carbs, but they're very low in calories. So I look at the serving, I measure it out. If I want 1 serving, 1.5 servings, 2 servings, it's all pretty standard. Like, all I have to do is measure it out and bam, that's the calories.
Gil? Yes. Yes, Queen Skinny Legend.
You guys, now we're gonna go on to tea or tail. So this is simply where I am taking some rumors that I hear floating around and I'm gonna tell you if that's tea or tail. So the first one is Destiny's mom hated Amberlynn. So the reason why I feel like this is like being talked about a lot lately is because the whole live stream between Beck and Destiny that they did. And I'm just gonna let you know now that I loved and adored Destiny's mom. When me and Destiny were actually in a relationship together and we lived with Destiny's mom, things did get rocky. Yes, it did.
And I think I asked Amberlynn how she likes the job so far and how, you know, easy it is and all that. And she starts saying that she likes it, that it is easy, but she wanted to focus more on YouTube. And she was like, if by the time training's over, I decide I don't want to do it, I just won't start the actual job. And I don't know what came over my mom after this, but my mom came in there and started just saying, you know, like, she said something along the lines of, you don't need to stay at home all day in YouTube. It's not going to be good for you trying to lose weight. And I guess Amberlynn got offended about, you know, weight loss and all that. It's a never-ending thing with her on that. And Amberlynn started saying that she likes the job, but she likes YouTube better. And then she was debating on stopping, and I don't know, her and my mom started arguing back and forth, and my mom ended up getting physical with Amberlynn. That's where the K-cup holder comes back. I think they're kind of slapping around at each other, and my mom, that kid was sitting on the stairs for us to take upstairs or whatever. My mom came back with it and hit her over the head with it.
I want to cast light on the love that we had for each other. When me and Destiny broke up and I was with Beck, me and Destiny's mom would message each other a lot. And she saw that I was unhappy and she saw how badly I needed someone without me even having to tell her. She would call me her adoptive daughter, and then that transpired to literally I was just her daughter. I have text messages of her begging me to come live with her and saying things like, come home, come to me. I want to be there for you. And these are messages that like I'm gonna hold on to forever because I loved her dearly. Yes, we had rocky times when me and Destiny were living with her, but after that and after me and Destiny broke up, me and her mom got extremely close. So it's hard for me to like see all these negative things being said because that's not the truth. That's not the correct narrative. Like I remember after she passed away, Destiny actually sent me a video of her mom filming, and in the video, it was like a private video that no one ever saw. And in the private video, like her mom is saying how much she loves me.
I'm sorry, but I feel like that is such a law. Amber, your narc personality is showing big.
And it's just like, it means the world to me because she was there for me when I felt like I had nobody. Just give me a second. Okay, on to the next one. It takes years to diagnose someone with BPD. So that's not true. It could take a couple weeks to a couple months. For me, it took 8 months where I had a weekly appointment with my psychologist. And the last one is Amberlynn loves to brag about being the side chick. Literally no. Just imagine knowing someone for almost a year and being in a relationship with them for more than half of that and finding out that everything is a lie. You would be pissed too. The whole thing is messy and I hate every single last fraction of it and I wish it would all just disappear. All right, so next is bad choices. It's where I pick 5 of these doodads in here. So let's pick 5 random ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you ever taken a call or texted during sex? The answer is yes, I have. I have taken a call. If your partner wanted to have sex with you with a full clown makeup on, would you be down? Absolutely not. That is not my cup of tea at all. Have you ever had sex with someone you met on Tinder? Tinder, no. Online, yes.
So, you mean like half to not almost all your relationships?
I've never even had a Tinder before. Have you ever used a vegetable as a sex toy? Oh my God, absolutely not. Would you sleep with a really sexy person even though they had horrific BO? Sure. Because like, can't you just like wash up your armpits and then put on some deodorant beforehand? Wash up your armpits and then put on some deodorant beforehand? Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this Let's Talk and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you girls enjoyed. I'll see you cuties next time.
Go away, you fat roll.